Happy Hump Day. It's Wednesday here at Clemson Sports News. We are here live at the Clemson Sports News studio in Clemson, South Carolina, about a mile away from Death Valley as the crow flies. It's a Wednesday. A couple things to talk about today. It's going to be a short show. As you know, summer's here. School's out. Everything's done as far as sports, except for track and field, which is in Oregon. I got a couple guys over there competing in the national finals. A couple things happened over the last couple days we're going to talk about here. First thing we'll talk about baseball transfers. We picked up another transfer in the last 24 hours. We picked up an outfielder from Mercer College. This gentleman is a heavy bat, if you want to call him that. A guy that's that is responsible for being an RBI producer. Last year, he picked up. I think it was 19 homers with about 62 RBIs. In his career there at Mercer, I think he's hit a total of 54 home runs so far. I think he's at least hit 18 home runs in every year he's been at Mercer. And let me see here. Let me get his stats up here. The internet's acting kind of slow here today, guys. Sorry about that. It's having a hard time. I don't know why, but here we go. The Ty Daly, outfielder from Mercer, is the gentleman's name. He comes, again, via Mercer. 54 home runs in his last 3 seasons combined. Again, no less than 18 per season, and he hit 19 with 62 RBI. This year, he'll be coming to the Tigers. He joins the 2 pitchers and the shortstop and the projected outfielder we picked up earlier in the week, over the weekend. So the Tigers are now sitting with 5 transfers coming into the portal. Bailey, the pitcher, decided that he's going to transfer out, so you can go ahead and put Bailey on the outside of the portal, going the other way. Other things to talk about today, again, track and field is going to be in the Nationals there. Let me find those guys again. It's going to take a second here to get my release from the track and field folks. One moment here. Let's do that. And that's something everybody's overlooked. That track and field team has I think the ladies' final ranking was 17th in the nation for track and field. The men did very well and showed a lot for themselves as far as the ACCs and how they did there and things, how they played out throughout the season. Track and field's been doing great things, and they had a great class in the last couple weeks. A lot of signings. I think we put them out there on our Facebook feed. You'll see a lot of those signings if you reach down in our Facebook feed and take a look around. But track and field, a couple of guys over there in Oregon right now. Again, let me find that. I'm trying to find it right now. There's 2 guys that are literally, let me get in here. Hold on one second. This, I've never seen the internet so slow here. It is absolutely creeping, and I guess it's because we're streaming today. I have no idea. Let me do this. Let me get rid of some things here. Let's see if we can get this a little faster. I mean, this is getting almost, there we go, Clemson track and field. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Jalen Johnson is one of the guys in the finals there. I think he's in the 100 meters. And Brian Couille. Brian Couille. Those are the 2 guys that'll be. It's in Eugene. Starts at 8:50 Eastern, about 5:50 their time. So it's a couple hours before, and it's going to be on ESPN. So these guys will be representing Clemson there at the Outdoor Championships in Eugene. That'll be later on this afternoon. The biggest news that we can give you for the day, and I think everybody's excited about this in the state of South Carolina, is they announced the start time for the Gamecocks and the Tigers in the Palmetto Bowl in November. That game will now kick off at 12 noon on ESPN. The Tigers and the Gamecocks are all set for 12 noon kickoff, ESPN. I tell you, a game, a day game in Williams-Brice is going to be, I think, in Clemson's favor more than it is in South Carolina's favor. I think the Gamecocks were hoping for a night game That Willie Bryce is probably a few dB louder, and the crowd's a little bit more into it because of some extracurricular incentive, the liquid kind that you can absorb throughout the day. So if you stuck around until about 7:30 for a kickoff, the Gamecocks would have a real big head of steam rolling about kickoff. But this 12 noon kickoff, I think, really puts the game even more in Clemson's favor. I mean, as it sits today, a lot of folks are predicting Clemson to win that game in the 34-24 kind of range, But November 29th at 12 noon, ESPN, or excuse me, it's ABC or ESPN, one of the two. They'll determine that probably the week before. But either way, it's going to be a primetime game as far as they're concerned, because if you know anything about college football, that slot right behind game day on ESPN is usually a primetime game because everybody just slides right off of game day into the first game of the week on Saturday, and that's a great game for everybody. Brad Brownell's got some things cooking up. He's got some transfer. He's got his team, actually in summer workouts right now. They're getting things ready and trying to find some cohesion stuff there. And other than that, guys, it's just been it's like I said, it's June. It's June in Clemson. Nobody's here. Kids are off campus. All we got going on around campus are athletic camps taking place. The kids will come in for tennis camp, soccer camp, softball camp, baseball camp. All that stuff will be taking place over the summer. But other than that, man, it's just guys sticking around to work out. I run down there every day, and I run right there on the earthen dams that they go across the lake there, right around Doug Kingsmore and all surrounds campus. So I run those two earthen dams every day, and I run into some of the coaches up there because they walk through there, and I talk to them, and I see players every once in a while out there, and we'll talk and see what's up. But just guys sticking around working out for the summer. There's a couple guys that are doing that. So, but other than that, man, it's just been a slow week. Again, the big news: the Gamecocks and Tigers, 12 p.m. noon on the 29th of November. That's the big news. Baseball transfer, we got that in there. Again, track and field. That's about it. I did drop an article on ClemsonSportsNews.com about the 2025 season. I kind of broke down some of the most important games in the season and all the hype that we're getting nationally, and if Clemson is going to live up to that hype or not. Go read the article. Pretty good. I think we had about 120,000 views of it so far. It's on ClemsonSportsNews.com. It's what's the name of that thing? It's called Believe the Hype or Not. What do I call that thing? Let me pull it over here. It says, is Clemson hype for real? Analyzing Clemson's football 2025 national title chances, breaking down the schedule. That was yesterday released. Great article. I mean, I spent a lot of time writing it. I think it's pretty good. You guys tell me, but that's out there to read. Again, the interview we did with Marquise Bryant, the safety that got an article, got his offer on Sunday, is on there as well. And there's the commit articles from last week are up there from football. So there's a lot of football news up there to go out and read. But just wanted to say hey to a bunch of folks here, sponsors. We're going to start off with Hometown Market. That's Jackson and the guys over there off of Highway 76 across from the Milliken entrance. That's the coolest little produce market you'll ever see. They got some good stuff in there. I mean, I go in there and always get me a basket full of strawberries and blackberries, and then I get pudding. It's this amazing pudding that's made in these mason jars and it's provided locally. I think sourced out of Greenville, but he's got always a case full of that stuff in the freezer. Ask for the pudding. And then Jackson. And the bowl peanuts are sick good. Mr. Puffer's Vape over there in Pendleton as well. They're in that big Food Lion parking lot. It's probably the biggest vape store in the area. That thing is huge. Go see you guys at Mr. Puffer's Vape. Ingrid Latham Insurance. Ingrid is a local insurance broker. She can get you life insurance policies and things like that. Reach out to Ingrid Latham Brokers and Insurance, okay? And then there's the Patrick Square Pharmacy. The folks over at Patrick Square Pharmacy are awesome. They do local deliveries within 2.5 to 3 miles of the Patrick Square. They've got some great things going on there. I think they are one of those places that can actually make and produce certain prescriptions on site. I compound them on site. That's what they call that, compounding. So they're a compounding pharmacy is what I'm trying to say. The guys over at Patrick Square Pharmacy, tell them that Clemson Sports News sent you. Guys, sorry, it's a short show today. We'll get you again on Friday. I think we're going to change things up and start doing these at 6 p.m. It gives us a little bit more leeway because we seem to miss a lot of news between 5 and 6 after we go off to the air. So we're going to start doing these at 6 o'clock. Going to go ahead and give you notice now. I'll put a post out over the week into all of our social media feeds and on the website, alerting everybody to the new start times for Tiger Tig Bits. But until Friday at 5 o'clock, everybody have a great time.